Hi friends, I would like to greet you and congratulate you because you are the pioneers that are helping ground 5D on planet Earth. You know friends, this twin flame journey can kill you but it can also give you some of the most breathtaking experiences, you know. So there's no telling where this beautiful journey can take you, but as I said in my previous video, the only option is trust. You have to trust because this journey is a process of finding self, and self can be hidden from you through the layers of lifetimes of conditioning. There you can see a beautiful village somewhere nestled in the mountains. Back when I was living in my conditioned mind, I couldn't have imagined I would be here by myself all alone. So this journey helps you to find self. And when you find self, you become capable of guiding others into that state of living your authentic expression and liberating yourself out of the energy drain system. This journey isn't about just facing death, people out there wanting to kill you just because you are a spiritual person, just because you have awakened your kundalini. It's not just about negative people wanting you not exist. It's not about negative people wanting to kill you all the time, and it's also not about visiting beautiful places. This journey is actually about what the movie Inception shows us, but not quite. The director has brought forth a beautiful concept, but not quite, because my higher self actually explains to me something more than what the director explains in the movie. My higher self explained to me through the movie Inception that we are actually living in a false reality that drains our energy depending on the amount of karma that we carry. And again, this is not something even, although it is evil, it still serves the light because people come here to learn their lessons. So they experience this energy drain depending on how much they have drained others. That is what the matrix is. And who governs the matrix is the planet Saturn. And who governs ascension is also the planet Saturn. And the planet that helps us to ground in the real reality, in the real world, where you spin the top and the stop doesn't stop, it keeps spinning because now you are in control of your dream reality. Your karmas, your state of bondage is not in control, you are in control. That planet is planet Mars because Mars helps you to ground in an energy matrix where your energy is not leaking. But first you have to become Kali and clear all the karmic patterns inside you. Kali is the Kundalini energy that rises up within you and clears up all the ancestral collective karma and ascends you out of the energy drain matrix. And then when you ground in the 5D reality, you come into your true self, which is the goddess Parvati, which is the divine feminine state. It's where you ground. So that is governed by the planet Mars. It's the most difficult thing to have an exalted Mars in your chart, because if you have a exalted Mars in your chart, that actually shows a high status and a high amount of wealth in your life. So that state of having a high level of security, high level of status, high level of wealth, achievement, ingenious is all governed by the planet Mars. A Mars, when it is properly positioned in your chart, also governs tantric sexuality, because that shows that your circuitry is not damaged. The pranic body and nadi system are working perfectly. So friends, yes, the journey is not really about facing death and visiting beautiful places. The journey is about actually taking yourself out of the soul fragmentation matrix where you're not really dealing with real people. You're dealing with fragmented selves that can only drain energy uncontrollably. It's not in their control, they are polarized entities. They will drain energy, they are unconscious. It's a reality where we think we interact with people, but we are interacting with disincarnate entities all the time. Most of the time, as long as we have karma. So if you have karma with Mars, you will attract a person who is carrying those type of polarized entities. And those entities can anytime come through that person. That person could be your father, mother, neighbor, child, children as well. Because you are not existing in your Markabic ascension vehicle. Your Kundalini is not awakened, your Markaba tree of life is not activated. So you exist in a fake reality where people look like people, but they're actually fragmented aspects. You're dealing with fragmented aspects, and that's why we have the unconscious. That's why the mind does not work the way it's supposed to work. The brain doesn't work the way it's supposed to work. We have the splitting of the mind. This splitting of the mind creates a fake reality matrix, and the more karma you accumulate, the lower you descend into the darker realities where you're interacting with actually entities and not people. You can go to any accomplished, not astrologer but tantric, and ask them about it, because the tantric people usually have their third eye open and they know when they are talking to people and when entities are coming through people, because their third eye is open. Most of us are blind, because we are limited. We don't have all our senses activated, and so we are like prisoners in this reality. So your twin came to give you liberation out of this world full of disincarnate entities that we call people. Soul fragments. Fragmented aspects are not really holistic people. They are broken people. The soul is broken. Imagine a reality where everybody is living in soul consciousness. Or at least imagine a reality where others may or may not interact with people in the level of soul consciousness, but at least when you interact with people, you are interacting with that aspect of them that is unbroken and whole. Like you are interacting with the higher self version of people, including your twin. Only when you reach that level of reality, as Rumi said, now out there is a field beyond good and bad, beyond duality. He was talking about the singularity matrix. Dumbos, come on, this journey is about what Rumi said. It's about the singularity matrix. Your twin came to tell you that you're interacting with disincarnate entities all day true. Sometimes people and sometimes entities, because you can't see, you're blind. This is hard to digest, but the twin flame is not going to give you easy things and spoon feed you. The twin flame is going to show you the truth that you are existing in a demonic matrix. I'm using the harsh term demonic, but I could use a very nice term, and yet everyone would be in the same state. We would still be in the same fake energy draining matrix. You can sugarcoat things, but the reality remains the same, friends. And you know that my style of talking is a bit harsh because I want you to wake up, just as my twin made sure that I woke up. And I know when I'm living in the newer timelines, and I know when I'm living in the karmic timelines where people are draining me and latching onto my soul. Your twin flame came to liberate you. And if you are capable enough, besides whining, as most of the so-called divine feminines do, if you are capable of liberating your soul, then, and your twin soul, of course, because once your soul liberates, your twin's Kundalini awakens and his soul also liberates. There is no such thing as your twin won't make it. Once his Kundalini awakens, he will get out of this matrix, because Kundalini will not stop, and Kundalini will always protect your twin. So once the doubtful part is about you. Will the divine feminine make it or not? If the divine feminine makes it, then the divine masculine will definitely make it. And of course, there has to be a soul contract where you both have decided to reunite physically. You know, sometimes people die, and that would mean that you don't have that soul contract. So yeah, it is all dependent on the soul contract along with your personal efforts. So if you are able to get to the goal that your twin flame set before you and challenged you to achieve, then you have achieved it. Your twin flame came to liberate you. The twin flame came to show you that you are that Shakti, you are that Kali. As Rumi said, out there is a field beyond good and bad. That is where I shall meet you. So don't be lame and cry and say that the twin flame journey is a toxic journey. The twin flame journey is a mirror journey that shows you your inner toxicity you are refusing to see. So see how many of you can actually reach that field. You have to risk your life, by the way, for that. It's not for squirrels. It's for brave people. You know, if you have the heart of a squirrel instead of a heart of a lion, then you can settle for a karmic, or if you're lucky enough, you have good karmas, you can settle for a soulmate. But twin flame is a very high status thing. It's like a very high position in the army. If you are brave, you can achieve it. Otherwise, no. You cannot achieve that level of status. It's a very high status. It's a high status relationship. And very soon, all these material achievements, although they have their value, they will be seen not with that kind of a grandeur that they used to be seen. Of course, if you have a lot of money, it will be grand. But then people are going to see you through your level of consciousness as well. That is the future of 5D Earth. So your twin flame came to liberate you, to help you achieve that high status in consciousness, that high status relationship. But as all things up there, you have to fight for it. You have to fight to become a doctor. You have to fight to become an ISS officer. You have to fight to become an IPS officer, whatever. You have to fight to gain the twin flame relationship. You have to fight your own bloody demons, that's all. You have to save the system from yourself. That's what I have to share with you, friends. Your twin flame came to liberate you. Out there is a field beyond good and bad. It is the singularity matrix where fragmented souls cannot reach you and drain you. That is where I will meet you, says your twin flame. Are you capable of reaching there and meeting your twin?